Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. I'm standing outside a Triplex, which is finally finished. Still needs to be cleaned, but otherwise we're done with this. The CoinOp Laundry machines are installed and working. I just changed the coin, how much money you put in them just now, which is fairly simple to do. I'll give a few tips on that. Those are just Whirlpool CoinOp Laundries. And of course, we're in Colorado, and this summer and spring, it rains every day, a lot. But we'll show you the property and the laundry room and the units, and maybe we'll do another video here later on with all the numbers and before and after, but we want to show you what the units look like right now. Here's the first unit, and this property I bought it for $290,000 from a wholesaler probably about a year ago, maybe a little less, and it had tenants in every unit, and they were not in good shape. Rent was very low though. Rent was only, what, $650 a month for each unit, and which obviously makes no sense to buy a property for $290,000 if that's all the rent is and it needs a ton of work. But we can raise rents. Market rent is probably double that in this area. There's literally no properties for rent in this town. It's just a small town, Platteville, Colorado, and still needs to be cleaned, like I said. But so much better than it was before. New kitchen, some new bathroom doors. I don't know why my guys used key handles for all the doors. We didn't ask them to do that, but I think they did. Kind of weird, but that's how it is. So that's one unit. And then this is the laundry room and where the water heaters are. And as you can hear, our washer's working, the dryer's working. Of course, a small problem. It's real hot and noisy in here and stinky. Notice anything missing right there? The dryer is not vented to anywhere but in here. There's a vent right there, it's just not hooked up. And when I bought this, it had washers and dryers in here, which obviously the dryer was not vented right either because there was just lint everywhere, massive amounts of lint. So definitely want to make sure you check your dryer lines, make sure they're clear. That's a huge cause for fires and your lint trap in the dryer as well. But fairly simple to change these out for different coins, and I'll show just real quick how to do that. I'm not an expert or anything, but I can do it in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes for both of them. We have the CoinOp machines. We get these from either Home Depot or Lowe's, usually whichever one. Get them to us faster. We prefer Home Depot because of all the rewards and stuff, but they come with a dollar setting. I usually switch it to $175. That's just what was there in the Ocho. When I first bought that property, it seems to work pretty well. It's still lower than most laundromats, so it's not like you're gouging your tenants or anything. And you have to take apart this machine a little bit to change it. And then you just take out some of these fillers and go from there. The trickiest part is there's a bolt thing here that attaches it, and it's not very easy to unscrew, and then it's way harder to actually screw it back in. If you can see that in there, it runs all the way to here. But I'll work on that. Sometimes it's real easy and quick, and sometimes it's very frustrating and takes forever. So you undo the bolt, and you just yank on this thing until it comes out. There's no screws or anything, but it feels kind of hard, and it's weird. And you do need screwdrivers, some kind of wrench, and quarters to do this, because you've got to put quarters back in here to put it in the right position to make this work. So I started at 11:45, it's 11:54, it is working. It's all switched, put on the new decals, now we have to do the other one. But it's pretty simple if you follow the instructions, although they're not the easiest to follow. But once you figure it out, it's not too bad. That was the dryer. The washer is very similar, but you disconnect this from that in here and pop off the little ground right there, pop that back on. You put quarters in it, you take off this piece here with those screws, take off this piece here with those screws, and then once it's open, we'll show you what it does. I would suggest taking a picture of this too before you take it off, because even though it seems straightforward, I always get confused putting it back together and sometimes put it together wrong. So that's one helpful tip. But we took that off. Take this off. We took the bottom off already. and we just pop off one of these guards to get to 175, and it shows you on the decals which one to pop off. And here's the second unit. And this one we also redid the kitchen. See, it has a lot of cabinets. So much better than it was too. It was horrible in here before. New flooring, paint. The sink is slightly off kilter for the window, but I don't think it doesn't bother me. It's because we put a 36-inch Lazy Susan in, and that's just where the window was. Not gonna go crazy redesigning everything for that. Oh yeah, we have blinds in. Of course, when we have rentals, we put in a fridge, put in blinds. And we did do quite a few new windows here as well, because the old ones were pretty rough. And this one is just a 2-bedroom. There's actually 3 rooms, but this one has a window. This one doesn't. There's no way to put a window in it. There's a building across from there, so it's just a big 2-bedroom. And it sucks the bathroom comes off of this room, but again, we don't want to go too crazy with the changing layouts and doing different things here. So that's the second unit. And walking around back, here's lots of parking for tenants. And this is the third unit, which you can also get to from the front of the building as well if you want to. Oh, they still have quite a bit of their stuff here, but I'm sure they'll get that soon. Again, wanted to change the layout here too. Just could not make it work. Ideally, you could put like a door right here, but it goes out to the parking lot next door. There's like no room for even a sidewalk or anything. Plus that's cinder block. So we just left this the same. And this is just a huge 1-bedroom, because technically you walk through this room. It does have a closet and a window, but you have to walk through it to get to this other room, which also has a closet and no window. But since you have to walk through one room to get to the other, only one can be considered a bedroom. So we just left this to be the bedroom. In that ideal, perfect world, we would have moved this wall over there and made this room way bigger or taken out this wall. But we didn't even think about it till after we were done. And this wall was already here when we bought it, but that's okay. So we'll get all of these cleaned, listed for rent. Of course, a dryer vent put in. And then the decision is, do I keep it or sell it? And what I've been doing lately, interest rates have made it tough to sell multifamily properties. So I've just been renting them. I've still been making money renting them because I'm getting good deals on them. And also put them up for sale. If they don't sell, no worries, I'm still making money. If they do sell, great. But this property is probably in the $450,000 to $500,000 range once we get it rented, get income coming in. And if rates go down, then it could be even more. But we'll run the numbers later on and see how it goes and do a more in-depth video in just a little bit. So if you want to subscribe, now's a great time to do it. Love the likes, comments as well. And we have many more properties coming up. 3 more properties I'm buying in the next month. 2 flips, a country flip, an easier flip, and then the laundromat, car wash, apartment, shop I'm buying as well. So should have lots of fun, exciting stuff coming up here very soon.